What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. Video is entitled Single Moms Don't Do It by Themselves. Now, single moms, there are types of single moms who like to say, I did all this. I put in all this work. I work this job. I work 2 jobs. I'm here doing it by myself. Most of the women who say that are lying. The women who actually are doing, or those types of women, don't actually sound like that. They don't talk like that. And here's the thing. There are single mothers who actually do a lot, by themselves. They don't have the time to act like that. And then there's the single mothers who say, I'm doing it by myself. They're not telling the truth. The truth is, those types of mothers wound up taking care of their kids by themselves because of their inability to keep functional relationships, even with their own family. The type of people who, because when you say I'm doing it by myself, so your parents didn't help you, your family didn't help you, your friends didn't help you, the people you dated didn't help you. You just been doing it by yourself the whole time. The father didn't help you. And the reason I ended with the father is because they want to act like the father never existed. So I'm going to start with the family, particularly your side of the family. I could guarantee that your parents helped you and you took advantage of it. You wound up, playing them on multiple occasions to the point where they love their grandchild, but they don't want to deal with you no more. And the children know this. The children know when they're welcome over their grandparents' house, but their grandparents don't want to deal with their child, which is the child's parent. This part goes on all too much. It's all too normal. But guess what? We're going to skip over that and say you're doing it all on your own. You said you're going to pick the baby up at 7. You showed up at midnight or 1, 2, or called, at 11:30 and asked, can they stay the night when, your parents knew that that's what you was on at first. But we don't want to say that. Did the same things if you got brothers and sisters. You did the same thing to them. Did the same thing, aunts and uncles, cousins. Did the same type of stuff. You doing it all on your own. You work 2 and 3 jobs. Why are you working 2 and 3 jobs? Anybody want to answer the question? Because of your bad spending habits. Because a lot of y'all who are doing it all on your own, guess what we don't talk about? That's just the people who aren't in the system. A lot of y'all have jobs and you're receiving child support, and it's your bad spending. The people that you ask to help you out, you don't pay those people, for one. And then you don't do anything nice for those people, for 2. And if they ask you to do the very same thing, like watch their kids, you won't do it. So you wind up, all on your own, per se. We don't want to talk about that. You do that to your friends. To the point where your friends like your kids, but your friends got to ask you a question. How come your parents don't watch your kid? How come, the elders in your family don't do it? How come your siblings don't do it? How come your cousins don't do it? How come you keep asking me? But the friends soon find out why. Because, all the stories, I ain't getting no help. Nobody wants to help me and I'm struggling. That's not true. You struggling to maintain healthy relationships because you're a jerk. That's what you struggling doing. It ain't got nothing to do with the actual uh, uh, um, parenting dynamic or you being overworked or underworked. You just not a good person. You doing it all by yourself, huh? Mm-hmm. And when it's time to do something, a lot of y'all don't show up. It's time to go to the school, PTA, principal's office. Don't you gonna show up to the principal's office because that's a forced occasion. Support your kids? Nah, not really. But you doing it all by yourself. But what you doing? How's the kids eating? Not well. How the kids sleeping? Not well. You know, how are the kids? How's their grooming and cleanliness and maintenance? Not well. Do they have chores? Not really, except for taking care of what you want them to take care of them, which is normally yourself. You use the kids as a maid service or butler service because you doing so much by yourself. But when you get in relationships, you tell these guys your sad story about how you been doing so much by yourself. But here's the thing: do you do anything for these guys in these relationships? No, you look at a lot of these guys as, now I got a man, I could go on vacation because I've been struggling and I'm a single mother who been doing it all by myself. And some of these guys get tired, not tired of your kids, but tired of treating your kids better than you do. If you're doing it all by yourself, but your child don't feel the love, your child just feel the resentment. You've been doing it all by yourself. And then as the child gets older, that child doesn't want to mess with you anymore because you've been doing it all by yourself. But the kid know you ain't been doing much or nothing with them. The older they get, the more they express it. But we gonna live this lie like, single moms just do it all by themselves. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have all types of help. You got help as far as, you can buy help like daycare services and that, but you can have help in those services. You can go to the church, they'll help you. You go to the courts, they'll help you. You go to your family, they'll help you. You go to your friends, they'll help you. The problem is you pretty much screwed over all these people and then you wind up by yourself with your kids. And let's just take it there. Let's not forget the fathers. I had to do this all by myself. Every time dad wants to do something, who's the main one fighting it? You can't do that. That's my child. No, that's my child. No, you can't. That's my child. I ain't gonna let you because it's my child. Then you can't. No, because I'm a mother. And if you're not a mother, you don't understand what being a mother is like. So you know. And I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the National Guard. I'm gonna call immigration. I don't care that you're an American citizen. I'm calling immigration too. I think your spirit is from another country. Your body got a passport, but your spirit can't be from here. That type of stuff. And then you wind up by yourself. And the kid figures it out. So at the end of the day, you're not doing it by yourself. It's not like you got abandoned by everybody. You crossed everybody. You tried to play everybody and you played yourself. And we don't talk about that enough. So that's part of the issue. So at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. It's not a cut and dry true story. It's a nice narrative, and the problem is so many people got the same narrative. You start learning that it's a narrative because you start seeing the same type actions over and over and over and over again. And now people are tired of it. And some of us have as adults, we grew into the narrative like, now I know it's bull because I was the kid. So it's not real. It's not true either. So we done with this one. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.